welcome to Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw. I, Michael Cole, with Pat McAfee and with the Jackal. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw, yesterday, Xia Li won back the TWF 24/7 winnings after beating King Valkyrie yesterday on Power, or Mike, Michael Cole says. And now King Valkyrie, once again, is the TWF 24/7 fighter, Michael Cole says. You got that right, Pat McAfee says. That did happen, you know. And Xia Li is the TWF 24/7 fighter. But for how long she will be the TWF 24/7 fighter, your guess is as good as mine. You know. I'll tell you one thing right now, the Jackal says. You know, Xia Li being the TWF 24/7 fighter again means bad news for anyone who wants to go for the TWF 24/7 winnings, because they're going to get truly beat badly, the Jackal says. So it only means bad news for anyone going after that. Well, you could be right about that, Michael Cole says. You could be right about that. Xia Li is the TWF 24/7 fighter. And I don't think anyone wants to go after her, you know, for the TWF 24/7 winnings. But I also know another strap that very few folks, you know, want to go for, you know, and that would be the TWF hard middle winnings, you know. Which is held by Autolycus, the King of Thieves, Michael Cole says. And so here he comes to the ring now. Fuck. Stand up. Oh, alright, Autolycus says. As you all know, I, the TWF 24/7 fighter. I the TWF hard middle fighter. My mistake. How could I lost it to Baron Corbin, and I believe that I'm going to win it back. That I'm going to win it back from Baron Corbin. That's what I'm going to do. So anyway, if Baron Corbin is man enough, then he'll put the TWF hard middle winnings on stake against me here today on Monday Night Raw or Moonday Night Raw. Alright, I can't stand up in the ring either. Autolycus, you're right. I did beat you for the TWF hard middle winnings months ago. And it's the first time that I'm going to put it on stake, against you here today. So the way I look at it, you're going to wish that I didn't put it on stake against you. But since I got a lot of onlook for you, and since I think you're great, there's our weapon. I can hit you with it, or you hit me with it, but hey, now we got a weapon now. Oh, is that right? Alright, Autolycus says, so we got a weapon now. Only guess what? I know as sooner or later as I hit you with it, then I'll be the TWF hard middle fighter again. Alright, yeah. Look, I don't know how you two feel about hitting each other. I don't know how you both feel about hitting each other, with this sucker or whatever it is. So I think that that's what we'll do. Here today, we're going to have Autolycus, the King of Thieves, fight Baron Corbin for the TWF Hard Middle Winnings, and that match will happen now. Well, Deaning, we heard from Daniel Bryan now, the main overseer of the Toy Wrestling Gathering, and he made the match, and now the match is going to happen, Michael Cole says. You know, Pat McAfee says to be hit with a sucker, you know, or to be hit with anything, any kind of hard fleet, that's bad. Mine, see if they took, licorice and hit them with it. But then that'd just be too messy. Slivers, yeah, at least it won't be that messy, but I can't see it harming anyone, Pat McAfee says. Well, that just tells you how fun of a stunt and lark this is, the Jackal says. I mean, gonna hit someone for fleet? You ever heard that saying, taking fleet from a baby? Well, guess what? This is gonna make, sadly, this is just going to, bring a whole new saying to that saying, the Jackal says. Well, I could tell you one thing, Baron Corbin is not going to handle this well, and there we go. We got the deep six on that sucker tool. And now the end of days coming up. And that's how Baron Corbin beat Autolycus to win the TWF Hard Middle Winnings, Michael Cole says. Yeah, the Jackal said that's how Baron Corbin wins a lot of his matches. Sadly, he didn't win too many things in his time in WWE, either on NXT, Raw, or SmackDown. Or on all the times he was on Raw, the times on SmackDown, or NXT those times. He didn't win that much. 1, 2, and a kick out. Well, that is true, Pat McAfee says. Baron Corbin has not won as many things in his time in WWE. He was only a former WWE NXT Tag Team Fighter, only a former WWE 4-1-X fighter, King of the Ring, Galled and the Boundary winner. Those are the only things he won during his time. And then Baron Corbin went through a whole many other selves over the years. Oh, Autolycus just went down, Michael Cole says. Whatever offshoot of Baron Corbin that we're seeing here, he's harmful as a TWF 24 hard middle fighter. And that could be enough, Michael Cole says. Well, I don't think so, the Jackal says. 1, 2, and no, it's not. Baron Corbin has to work a lot harder if he wants to beat him. I don't care if he's King Baron Corbin, Happy Baron Corbin, Broke Baron Corbin, the next Wrestling God Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin, whatever. Main Overseer Raw Baron Corbin, Highest Overseer Raw Baron Corbin. Autolycus right now, he's just going to go down all the same. The Jackal said, oh, a stunner. The Autolycus stunner, Michael Cole said. Yeah, the Jackal says, who cares what's offshoot of Baron Corbin you're fighting? They were all losers in my book, the Jackal says. Is that right? Is that right? Pat McAfee says, because your time in WWF, 9 between 97 while to 9 between 98 while, I didn't see you win any matches. I didn't see you win any straps. Just run your mouth off how great Kurgan was, and Kurgan didn't do so well. And then talk about how you were working for The Undertaker and Farouk and Bradshaw were going to be the greatest tag team, and they worked out great, but that was after you left. You know what, Pat McAfee, you didn't do any shit during your time in WWE. Oh, the Kings of NXT when you were in NXT, Warring with Vince McMahon and Austin Theory when you were in SmackDown. Doing shit all now on your Raw. The Jackal says, I've done a lot more time. I've done more things in WWE and the NFL than you ever did in either WWF or ECW or TNA or AEW. That's enough, Pat. Enough, Jackal. We're going to miss the Autolycus did the stunner, and he went back to TWF Hard Middle Winnings. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner and the new TWF 24/7 fighter. You know, Autolycus, the king of thieves. Well, Autolycus is the king of thieves, and once again, the TWF 24/7 fighter, Michael Cole says. And Baron Corbin, well, he has nothing to be ashamed of. He gave it his all. You know, there were times in this match where everybody believed that the end of days and the end of days and the deep six, both Baron Corbin's holds. There were times in this match where out of the way. There were times in this match where Baron Corbin, believed that he was going to win, but sadly that did not happen. Michael Cole says, no, it did not happen at all. Pat McAfee says, and Baron Corbin, even though I have a lot of honor for him, he went from skilled football to skilled wrestling the same way I did. You know, and I do wish him luck, because I know he's in the NWA now, and hopefully he does something good there too. You know, but Autolycus just wanted it a little more than Baron Corbin, Pat McAfee says. And I'll tell you right now, the Jackal says, Baron Corbin just needs the right overseer. John Bradshaw Layfield just was not the right overseer for him. You know, and I think if he had the right overseer, and he had the right grounds, the right booking, the right writing, he may have beat, Autolycus, and he may have still been the TWF hard middle fighter. Well, Pat McAfee said, you said that about Kurgan, you said that about Rhino, you said that about Steve Corino and Jerry Lynn, you said that about Farouk and Bradshaw, and you said that about Kenny Omega. And look how all they shifted out. Well, at least I oversaw them. At least some of the wrestlers I oversaw went on to do things. Kenny Omega was a former AEW heavyweight fighter and former TNA heavyweight fighter. And Steve Corino and Jerry Lynn are former ECW heavyweight fighters. And Farouk and Bradshaw are three-time WWE tag team fighters. So, yeah, I must have been doing something right. Okay, that's enough, Pat and Jackal. We need to take it over now. No need to be fighting over stuff. We're going to talk to Gorilla Monsoon. Stand up. Now take it away now, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Michael Cole. I'm going to be talking with the King of Thieves and the new TWF hard middle fighter, Autolycus. Alright, Autolycus, as I can tell, do it this way. Alright, Autolycus, you are once again the TWF hard middle fighter, and that DC stand doesn't seem to be working very well. No, that's true, Gorilla Monsoon. The DC doll stand's not working very well for me. But yes, the TWF 24/7 fighter again, Gorilla Monsoon. And you saw what I did when I fought Baron Corbin. There were times in this match where Baron Corbin thought he had me beat. Now, I'm not going to take anything away from Baron Corbin. I mean, his run in WWE didn't go the way he wanted to go, and that wasn't his mistake. I hope he does some good things in the NWA, hopefully. Anyway, if Baron Corbin wants to have another match with me for the TWF hard middle winnings, well, I wouldn't mind giving the former King of the Ring, former WWE 4-1 Rights fighter, former WWE NXT Tag Team fighter, former Gal in the Boundary winner, another match. So you want to be a fighting TWF hard middle fighter. Am I gotten that right? Yeah, you got that right, Gorilla Monsoon. I need to be the King of Thieves, but I didn't steal the TWF hard middle winnings. I won the TWF hard middle winnings in a match, you know. And I will make my leave now. Alright, that's my talk of Autolycus, the King of Thieves. Back to you, Michael Cole. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Autolycus, the King of Thieves, here today on Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw. And that's all the time we got here. I, Michael Cole, with Pat McAfee and a Jackal. I hope you like. That's all the time we got here today. I, Michael Cole, with Pat McAfee and a Jackal. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT.